Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £500 worth of £2 coins we're hunting through, looking for commemoratives, ones with more than face value, but ideally new ones for the book. So we need all 4 of the Commonwealth Games £2 coins and a couple more: Beijing Handover, London Underground Roundel, Navy Centenary of the Flag Era, and we're done. So it doesn't feel like we've been doing this book for an awful long time, and there's not many coins left, but some of them are pretty tricky ones. So let's cross our fingers and hope that we manage to find some of those missing coins. Before we get into the bag though, I recently did a video with, many of you know I work for the Britannia Coin Company, our sister company Gold Traders. There is a video up on their channel testing my knowledge of jewellery and the Gold Traders' knowledge of coins. So there'll be a little diddly-doo that will pop up and it'll be on the end screen, so please do go over and check out that video and channel too. But let's get it into the bag now. Right then, into the first bag. What have we got? So this is Technologies, the standard definitive design used on £2 coins up until 2015. Some of them are lower minted years, just not low enough or desirable enough that I look for and keep them. First bag is a case of the diddlies. We didn't find anything unfortunately, but we'll carry on and try. Hopefully we don't find any more fake coins. We don't want 3 videos in a row where we found fake coins. That would be a little bit concerning. But overall, for the entire time we've been hunting for this book, we haven't found that many fakes, which is okay. It's just, I think, bad luck that I found a few in consecutive videos. Right, abolition of the slave trade there. That's a fairly common coin. You'll find plenty of those out in circulation. But it is our first commemorative find. Of course, at the end of the video, I'll go through and check for any errors on all of the coins. So the definitives and the commemoratives. It's just too much to look for. During the video, it would take far too long to go through it all and still blather on about nonsense. There's another abolition of the slave trade and Brunel's portrait, which again is a fairly common coin. Both of the Brunel £2 coins, that is. Active Union, we'll check for the rotation error. Unfortunately that one doesn't have it. There are some error coins that I will check throughout the hunt. The ones that stand out as being ones that potentially we could find, but things like there's so many technology coins here. If we were to check for the rotation errors on all of them, we would be here for a long time. But no, so we have had the release of the first of these what were they called? Megafauna, I think someone said. The first of the 3 coins. It's sort of a bit like the dinosaur series, but we have the mammoth, the woolly rhinoceros, and the giant deer that have come out, and they look quite nice designs. Nothing too exciting, but what I did like about them, Active Union. There we go. What I do like about this series is similar to, well, the same as the previous 3 dinosaurs that came out, the T-Rex, Stegosaurus and Diplodocus, that the silver proof without colour has a mintage of just 500. It's too tempting, isn't it? It's too tempting not to get one of those. Right, Rugby World Cup, no rotation error. But no, it did feel frustrating that there is a silver proof version with and without colour, because, and I know it's a me problem, I can't help but want them both, but the fact that one of them has such a low mintage does somewhat sweeten that deal. I'm a little bit less aggrieved at having to buy 2 versions of it if one is such a low mintage. Right, this is Shakespeare Tragedies. It's a smidge over face value. It's not the rarest, but it's not the most common of the 3 Shakespeares, but we will check the edge inscription. What a piece of work is a man. Unfortunately, that is the edge inscription that should be on that coin. In the past, we were lucky enough to find 1 Shakespeare Tragedies with the edge inscription error. It said for King and Country, which was the edge inscription that should be on the Army Centenary, but somehow has been put on coins which have then been struck, or the edge inscription was put onto the blank and then struck with the Shakespeare Tragedies design. So always worth looking out for, because that is a rather exciting and not very common error. Right, let's have a look and do an edge hunt then. If we're talking about edge inscriptions, we can do this. You can tell what the coin is what it should be by reading the edge inscription, because they're unique to the designs. Majority of them will read, "Standing on the shoulders of giants." We know that they are definitive technology designs, but this one's second on the right. "Serving the mariner" will be Trinity House. There we go. Another fairly common coin, and I think that's all we've got in this bag, so we'll just double check in case I've missed something. Just a bit of damage to the top of that one. Nope, nothing else. But we found something. We found something at least. Sometimes the edge hunts seem like a bit of a curse. But no, it'd be interesting to know in the comments what you guys think about the new Ice Age mega fauna. There's Brunel's portrait. What I do quite like about it is that it was getting a bit worrying that with the dinosaurs, I think of the three last dinosaurs, was it just the Stegosaurus that is a fossil that's been found in the UK? So there's been no Diplodocuses, no T-Rexes found in the UK, and again, felt like a bit of a departure from the Royal Mint's steadfast rule was we mint British things on British coins, and I couldn't see the British link to those two other dinosaurs. But this latest, the Ice Age creatures, or whatever you want to call them, they are all creatures which have been found in the UK. So there's the UK link. I get a bit worried about how it might affect the sort of brand, the prestige of the Royal Mint. I know some of you will laugh at me, the idea of the prestige of the Royal Mint, but what makes them special is that they're not just churning out absolute tats. I know that some people aren't massive fans of some of the more recent stuff the Royal Mint have done, but there is always that British link, which I would be worried if they depart from too much. Right, we've got Jodie Clark's fifth and final portrait of the Queen. We know that'll be something then. It's Shakespeare's Histories. This is the more common of the three of them. The hollow crown is the correct edge inscription for that coin, so we'll just pop that down there. And a whole lot of nothing else. At least we found another Shakespeare though. We are just to Shakespeare comedies off of completing our Shakespeare set, which is always nice to complete these little sets, a bit like, oh, very nice. This is the Navy Centenary. Unfortunately, it does not have the flag error, which is what we need. As you can see those two lines jutting out there, that's normally where that extra blob of metal is for that error coin. We checked the portrait as well because it's 2015 dated. The ones in circulation should have Jodie Clark's fifth and final portrait, like this one. You can see JC there. There's obviously difference in the portrait as well. But there were some minted with Ian Rank Broadley's fourth portrait of the Queen, this portrait here, in the collector's sets, and then some were put into the tills on board the HMS Belfast Museum, the Navy Centenary ones were, with the non-circulating portraits. So there are some of them out there, and again would make for very exciting finds. So could this one though. Lord Kitchener, it's a very common coin, you'll find plenty of these, but you want to check for the mule error. If we flip it over, this one says £2 at the bottom. That's how it should appear in circulation. The mule error is Lord Kitchener, and it doesn't say £2 at the bottom there. So keep an eye out for that, because that's a very rare and valuable coin, should you be lucky enough to find one. It's been caused by the dies from two different coins being used to strike it, rather than the two that should be paired up. Hope that makes sense. Oh, nothing there. We've got a few more bags to go. I have a feeling we're going to break the dry streak and we're going to find tons of Commonwealth games. That's the thought I'm going to put out there and try and manifest it into reality. Charles Dickens there. Very, very common coin. We have got counters tracking some of the coins, not all of them, just some of them, just to see at the end of the video, or at the end of completing the book, how many we have found over the course of doing it. So, the hollow crown, again, correct edge inscription for that coin, but worth checking because it would be a very exciting thing to find, a new edge inscription error. And 2016 seems to have been a bad year for the Royal Mint, so I do try and remember to check all the 2016s during the hunt. But sometimes I forget things like Britannia's. Right, what are you going to be? Oh, there we go, that's the Army Centenary. So, no rotation error on it. King and Country. So that is correct for that coin. Right. let's carry on. At least we found a nice variety of coins. I think my luck hasn't been amazing recently. Got Terrific steam locomotive there. Another fairly common coin. Oh, that'll be something. It's another Charles Dickens. Very nice. If common. At least we're finding coins though. That's the main thing. There's the other Brunel £2 coin. Brunel's achievement. The Archers at Paddington Station. Again, not worth writing home about, but every collection needs one to be complete, doesn't it? Right. See what else I'm going to get here. But no, there's a fair few coin releases we're still expecting before the end of the year that haven't made an appearance, but I'm sure they will start trickling out over time. Florence Nightingale, very pretty coin, one of my favourite designs out there, but again, a very common coin. Right, penultimate bag. Ooh. The bag was idiot proof, wasn't it? Let's see if we get anything from this one. Ooh. Shirley Clarke's fifth and final portrait. It's 2016 dated, so I guess this is going to be Britannia. It certainly is. So this became the definitive design in 2015. It was only minted for circulation in what, 2 years? 2015 and 16, which we do find in circulation, and then 2021 and 2022, which we don't seem to have found in circulation yet. And then obviously was replaced in 2023 with that new floral design, the new definitive coins, but none were minted for circulation in 2023, unfortunately. There's Florence Nightingale once again. Another Jodie Clark fifth portrait. Shakespeare's Tragedies again. Unfortunately, it doesn't complete our Shakespeare set. What a piece of work is man. So again, not the exciting edge inscription error it could have been. And that brings us on to the last bag of the hunt. As usual, you'll be able to find in the links of the description of this video a link to my coin collecting Discord server if you want to come and join me in the community over there. There are also links to my other social media channels, the PO Box address if you want to write into me, and of course a link to the Britannia Coin Company's YouTube channel. That's the company I work for as my day job, so please check them out too. I'm just going to whiz through all of these coins, the commemoratives and the definitives, to see if I've missed any exciting errors throughout today's hunt. Well, unfortunately no exciting error coins to be had in amongst all those, but we found a few nicer coins, so not the end of the world. For me, the star find is going to be the Navy Centenary. I've got a bit of a bias towards that coin. I do like it. And finding it is always quite exciting, but let me know in the comments what you'd pick as the star find from today's video. Sadly nothing new for the book, but maybe next time we'll get luckier and find one we still need. All it leaves me to do now though is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.